Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tato Mabelani, and if you are new here in this channel, we talk about a lot of learning. So we share a lot of information on rowing, on comedy, on sports, gym, on flying planes, on human resources, a lot on human resources, and also on leadership, how to assist new managers to navigate in a new role as a leader. And for today's video, I wanted to talk to what are the top 5 things that a new manager can do to be influential in their new role, right? So you've been appointed as a new manager, as a people leader, and the first thing that I would like you to do is to invest in a life coach, right? Some companies actually pay for that on behalf of their employees. So speak to your human resources department and find out if you can hire yourself a life coach. This is the best investment you can ever do for your career, because what a life coach does, they have been through what you are about to go through. So they are somebody that will hold your hand and give you tools and assist you navigate your new role, right? They will give you tools, they will help you with your challenges, and they will hold you accountable in terms of what you want to achieve in your new role, right? That's number one, life coach. Okay. Number two, you need to find a training that helps you. So, for example, right now, up until now, you have been an independent contributor, right? You have been, let's say, for an example, you're a software developer, and now you've been promoted to a tech lead. Up until now, you have only been responsible for doing outputs from an independent contributor space, right? Right now, you are suddenly required to still give output as an independent contributor, as well as give output from your team. So, managing the output of a group of 5 up to 12 people, depending on how many people will report to you, right? So, you have to find training that helps you navigate from or transition from being a technical person into a people leader, because there are skills that you currently don't have, or you've never known that you would need to manage people, because you're managing people as well as their output. So and people are not machines, so there are things that you need to learn in terms of how to get the best out of your team, right? So I've got a training that I run. It's an online training. It's 3 weeks long, broken down into 2 hours per week, and it's called From Technical to People Leader. So if you are interested in doing that course, visit my website. I will put the details on this video at the end of the video. Visit my website and book yourself a slot. This helps you navigate and have tools on how to maximize your impact as a leader, working through people, and how to get the best out of your team. Okay. The third thing that I would like you to do is consider scheduling a weekly session with each member of your team. Okay, so this gives you time to get to know your team on an intimate level. So do an hour or half an hour once a week, and do this recurring. So start, let's say it's now January, right? Start pre-booking the recurring meetings for the whole year. So let's say you have employee Bongani, you ask Bongani, which day would you prefer for us to connect? And then Bongani says, no, a Wednesday afternoon is fine. Then every Wednesday from 2 until 2:30, you are seeing Bongani. And then for the other person, if you've got Margaret in your team, book Margaret on a Thursday, and she prefers 11 until 11:30. So already for your weeks. On a Wednesday, you're seeing Bongani, and on a Thursday, you're seeing Margaret, and so forth for the rest of your team. And what that does, it gives you a perspective on what your team is individually, what they're going through, okay, how you can better support them, and what is on their plate, right? It gives you time to to mentor them on the job, right? So they'll come with challenges, or they'll come with highlights, so that oh, okay, in my team Bongani is struggling a bit, or Margaret is not doing well with this client, maybe I can assist. So it gives you an opportunity to then get to know your team and get to know what they are battling with, and how you can support them as they lead, right? That's number three, scheduling those meetings and spending time to get to know your team, right? Right. And so number four is being open to feedback. So if you think about it, this is an opportunity for you to grow as a person and also as a leader. Most leaders are allergic to feedback because I suppose they've never been taught on how to accept the feedback. So it makes sort of a distant relationship with you and your team. So for example, if you think of your leadership as a leader, you are given carte blanche twice a year, mid-year review and end of year review, to sit with your team individually and give them feedback. So what I'm asking you to do is now create a space where your team gives you feedback. So you can send them an email once, every twice a year, June month and then November month, to go, I would like to improve as a lead, and I would also like to improve as your manager. Please, can you let me know what is working well in terms of my leadership skills and what would even be better? So you are asking for feedback, but you're not just leaving it open. You are guiding how that feedback is so that it's nice and constructive and you can do something about it. So when you're asking your team to give you feedback on what is working well, then you know, oh, okay, so they like the me scheduling the meetings with them. Oh, they like that we're going for a team building outing or a lunch every quarter because that improves synergy of your team. Or they like the challenging projects that I give. They don't really like this report. So it gives you insight on how you are doing as a manager, as opposed to just giving them feedback and then acting like you are perfect, because as humans we're not perfect, and we can there's always room to grow, there's always room to learn, there's always opportunity to improve. And what better way to ask your team who, yeah, I've seen it work extremely well when you are open as a leader to your team, because there's a distance that it closes. There's no us and them. You are part of the same team. And if you think about it, that's what you are actually. You are all employees of a company, and you've just been given the privilege of leading, right? So, how you maintain that privilege is by asking the team to give you feedback so that you can grow as well. Okay, so that's a very important one. And then, last one, ask your teams individually in terms of like what sort of leadership skill or leadership style has worked for them, or they prefer, or has helped them thrive in the past, so that you can adapt your way of leading and of managing each individual according to how they thrive. For example, certain people like micromanagement because if you don't micromanage them, they don't get the work done, right? So certain people do. So you find out from person A says, hey, you need to check on me every day because I like to be micromanaged. But person B can go, please leave me alone, give me the deadline, and I will give it to you. And then person C is a hybrid. They like you micromanaging a little bit and then also leaving them alone. So what makes you influential is about learning and giving your team, each and every member of your team, an opportunity to tell you how they prefer to be led, so that you can start adapting that in your leadership skills and you grow as a team. I've seen this work incredibly well when you do that. Teams that have stayed together for over 12 years, it's just, yeah, and they perform, high performing team. Okay. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about the different stages of team developments, right? So that you know what you're about to face in terms of how teams form and how they get to a stage where they are now performing together. Okay, if you've loved this video, please click on the subscribe button. And I post once a week on obviously the series. This is the third video on the series of assisting new managers navigate into their new space. So it's an 8-week series, I post every Friday, so please put on your notifications so that you don't miss any of these awesome knowledge nuggets. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you in the next video. Ciao.